Hi everyone. It's been a while since done a video. Yeah, I've just been going through quite a few. Aren't we all, I suppose, but just let me say I've been going through some energetic health life challenges. That's the simplest way to put it. And just watching another video on another young lady who's been going through similar things to me. Forgive me now. Big heart release. Excuse me. To apologise. Yes, there's absolutely nothing like getting a wake-up call with your health. Just learning to grow within yourself is interesting. I was going to say challenging, but I would prefer to say interesting because it's always interesting. Yes, indeed it is. I wasn't going to come live this evening. I was going to leave this till tomorrow. But then Spirit said, just do it now. Just do it now. And hence they're playing with my hair. Energy's flying. Yeah, definitely been some energy challenges for me lately. And yes, definitely after the 11/11 portal and even before then. Like the last few years have really just been getting my A into gear. Pardon me. And yes, a lot of health challenges. As you saw, I had my gallbladder out. And looking at what that means energetically, I feel like after I had that removed, that was like having a huge piece of trauma removed from my body. And looking behind the meaning of that trauma was quite huge for me as well. Yes, because it's been a long journey, this, I will say weight loss journey, but I'll also say really becoming the more authentic me, becoming my more authentic self. Because in having a healthy body, and as everybody says, the dream body, it's about coming into, I feel like, your perfect, authentic, energetic self that's within the layers of the trauma that's happened throughout your life. And manifesting our authentic selves within this duality and letting go of layers and layers and layers and layers of learning in the duality as we come to a more peaceful and loving way of learning. And us that chose to have the kilos as our learning process by, way of understanding our trauma that way. And it may have been a very tough way to learn, but it will get a lot more simpler and easier, Spirit's saying. And forgive me. So, dearie me. Yes, as they're saying to me, and I'm suffering with my sinuses, as a few people might be. Excuse me, forgive me, don't have COVID. And just understanding, coming to an understanding of who we are authentically, and letting go of, like one of my mentors used to say, the pounds of pain, really, because that's what a lot of weight is to do with, is really, in Australia it's kilos of pain, but in America it's pounds of pain. It's really releasing that pain and that trauma, whether it came from your childhood or it came from a broken relationship or something that happened in your life. It's learning to dig deeper and to release that in the way that you're meant to release it. And I feel having my gallbladder removed was a way of them just going, right, well, it's a lot to release after you went through all that and we've tried. And then the illness just manifested to the point where I didn't know if I was going to be here because it just got so bad. As you've seen in my other videos, my eating, I just wasn't being able to eat adequately. And, before I was able to use that food as a coping mechanism for the trauma that I'd been through. And the traumas that I was going through, using the food as my medication. And instead of eating for the health of life and enjoying it with gratitude and honour, I was eating it in just like, oh my God, I can't release that. I'm just going to eat it and shove it in my gob. Or I don't want to deal with that. I'll just shove that in my gob. That sort of moment. So it's like when you get really sick, the way that I got really sick. And I've had quite a few near-death experiences, but in saying that, we all have our experiences, whether it's through near-death or illness. These are the moments of release that we have to choose the path that we are going to take. So, you know, are you going to choose the path of light, or are you going to go darker and go down the path of depression and let everything overtake you and take you down the darker path? But in saying that, hopefully you get to the moment of gratitude like I did, and like I feel like I'm in right now. I have had to release so many things that I thought were important. And, you know, like I always say, if you're not going to let go of them at a certain time, when you're given the warnings to let go of things, you can either enlighten yourself to like have gratitude in that moment and see how you could better the situation and weigh up if it's healthy for your life, and if you can take that path into a more healthier path. And if you can't take it down that healthier path, you may have to walk away. And if you don't walk away and you hang on, like I like to go to the Light and Shadows cards, or the Lucy Cavendish cards, where she's got the maiden, the Scottish maiden, where she's hanging on to the wheel of the ship too tight. And they're going, you're hanging on too tight. It's like it's the warning before Spirit says, look, we love you so much. We don't want to give you a harsh lesson, but you're hanging on too tightly to something that needs to be let go of because it's just not good for your life. I was a little bit stubborn, and I was the maiden hanging on to the wheel too tight. And I have had the lesson where it was a bit tough, and I'm not complaining. I have the spiritual understanding that I thought that I could come into that moment in my own time, and even though Spirit warned me that I should have let go of it at a certain time, and I'm not going to shoulda, woulda, coulda over myself, I didn't feel ready at that moment. And then it came to the moment where it was just like, okay, I get the message. My body was crumbling. My life felt like I was hanging on by a thread. And I had to give in and listen to my intuition, listen to my body, and come back to center, come back to my authentic self. And I had to have the biggest cry ever, because it's not always easy to let go of like things that you think, you know, are meant to be. You're meant to be in that moment, and you're thinking that things are the way that they're meant to be. It's like I got so comfortable and I was in my comfort zone, and then Spirit's like, nope. It's like, I know that you thought that this was it, but we got news for you, baby. And if you don't listen to us, we're going to send you a lightning bolt. And I got sent the lightning bolt. My health was really suffering. And I had to go into a lot of gratitude moments, and I'm still coming into those gratitude moments. I feel like I'm at the halfway point of putting myself back together. And it's okay. I've come into acceptance and gratitude, and I'm learning now to eat in a different way. And I keep hearing in my head, when I've listened to my mentors in the past, like Doreen Virtue and Robert Reeves, when it came to eating, you know, eating in the light, I really feel like they're on the money there. Eating in the light is the way to go. And it's also learning about the energy of food, because food has an energy. And I've said it before, even when you have that treat, don't have it with guilt. It might take a few times. I'm not saying that, you know, we get it perfect. I mean, I'm still trying every single day. And it really is a journey. Just, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. And yes, don't get to the harsh lesson that I got to, where my health was hanging on by a thread. Because I went to extremes and thinking that's the way to go, and then I went backward 20 steps, and then Spirit was like, you've done great to this point, but then you're just trying to go too fast. And when I tried to go too fast, I needed to cool my jets. And then my body was like, we love you, but you need to cool your jets. And like, it's great that you want to like go this way, but you need to listen to us and come this way. And it's like about listening more to what's right for you. You can get advice from many people. But in the end, if you don't listen to your inner knowing and your inner clock, as I've said in the past, you're going to end up in big trouble. Like, pardon me, I've tried and I've listened to so many different people and they've all had fantastic, fantastic advice. And it worked for a while. But for me, as my health deteriorated and I was kind of frightened, I hid away because I just felt so many different emotions, mainly shame and sadness, and like my whole world felt like it wasn't going to come back together. I definitely had a very huge tower moment. But, you know, we all have our tower moments. And I could have stayed in that victimhood, but, you know, that's not me. It doesn't work that way for this queen. And, you know, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and still be gentle. Walk forward proud. And remember to have gratitude, because gratitude really is the attitude. And when you've been through horrific trauma, like I have, or you may have, we've all had trauma in our lives. Maybe it's not food for you. Maybe it's something else like alcohol or drugs, you know. Like, learn to acknowledge why that happened, like I've said in the past, and what those coping mechanisms came into. Acknowledge the trauma before it manifests into an illness the way that mine did. And I'm learning every day now to balance my way of eating and not punish myself and feel guilty because, oh my God, I had like a mini-sized twirl. Or, you know, after I got better and I could eat properly for the first time in, my goodness me, it's been a long time. I'm not joking. Like, since 2020, I became ill. And I haven't been able to eat for quite a while properly. And finally, after the gallbladder's out, I'm coming back to a place of like loving myself more and more and more, and just thinking, you know, maybe I put on a little bit of weight. Whoop-de flip and do. But, you know, I've manifested this back because of fear and because of everything that I've been through. And because in the past when I was extra skinny, I didn't even know I was extra skinny. I didn't even know how hard I had worked to go down to that. And I didn't even understand that that was who I was, because I had a friend say to me, you're not that other person from the past who was overweight. You're now a healthy version of you. You're not the big girl anymore. And for me, that's been quite relevant as I look in the mirror now and I realise I'm not the big girl anymore. And even when I was working my buns off and losing the weight, I didn't even know how thin I was. Had no idea. I had no gratitude for my body. I was just like, I'm just going to rip you up and I'm just going to get you where I want you, and I'm just going to like rip you to the point of what society thinks I should look like. Poor, I tell you, don't go down the I'm going to rip you till I rip you. It's not the way to friggin' go. You want to be grateful for every moment that you've manifested into changing yourself into your more authentic, healthy self. You truly do. And I feel like because I've had to hit this wall, every moment I'm looking at my body now, I am so freaking proud of me. I am fucking fabulous, excuse my language, and I am just going to glow the fuck up. As Kim, one of my other mentors, says, glow the fuck up. Excuse me for swearing, and hopefully I will put that there's swearing in this YouTube video. If you don't like swearing, as Kim says, don't watch it. But honey, I am proud. I am going to glow the fuck up. And be proud. And it's like, just like, what you want is okay. And honestly, gratitude is so powerful. And it's like, my guides have been trying to tell me, and I didn't get it at the time because I was so blinded. And now I'm hearing the song Blinded by the Light. But yeah, it really is. It's about listening to you and not listening to society. It's about balance. It's like, oh my goodness me. It's like, just like, sugar is not bad. This is not bad. That's not bad. Just realize that where those addictions have come from is from trauma. And you know, everything that you want is about your balance, not about their balance. It's about your balance and your gratitude. And I remember listening to a nutrition lady who used to do energy guidance on food, and watch this person eat a packet of crisps and go, I don't care if you're going to eat those because you need to eat those today, but if you are going to eat them, please bless them with nutrition and love so that your body can take it in. And that didn't click until now. So, yeah. And you know, you find that when you get to that point where your health is in dire straits, you don't want to eat like what I'll call non-nutritious food, like 20 pizzas and 50 burgers and 10 ton of chocolate, because maybe you do it first when you're sick because that's your inner child coming out, or the part of the trauma coming out going, oh my freaking God, man, I'm just going to have it because you told me I can't have it, and I'm going to damn well prove you wrong, and I'm going to have it, and I'm going to have 50 of them, and then I'm going to go throw up. If you need to do that to get through the healing process, I don't recommend it, but if your body does it, do it. And then move on and go through the grieving process. Let yourself be acknowledged, because there's a reason that is all happening for you. Like, it just takes me back to one of Doreen's books, Constant Cravings. It just made so much sense to me, a lot of what was in there. But then there's another book that I've had someone recommend to me that I'm going to have a look at. It's called Women That Love Too Much. And they pointed out a part in that where you've had trauma, so most people that have had trauma have a sugar addiction. And Spirit saying to me, it's because you feel like you're missing the sweetness and the joy of life because of the trauma that stole that from you. So it's about maybe acknowledging that joy or that sweetness that you feel that was stolen from your life, and really feeling into it. And then just going to yourself, excuse me, but my guide's coming in and going, if you want that fucking piece of chocolate, you fucking have that piece of fucking chocolate. Excuse me. And if you're going through that healing and you need to have 20 pieces of the bloody chocolate, you're not going to gain that weight unless you fear that you're going to gain it. It's all about the process of grieving the old you and coming into the new you. I'm not recommending that you go out and do all this big binge fest. I'm just telling you to listen to your own self, to listen to your own inner balance. Because you are the one that knows your body. And damn it, your body is one smart cookie. Which I had forgotten at one point when I just sort of fell into this illness. And it's like the more that I'm learning to appreciate my beautiful vessel, the more that life is just starting to shine. And the moment that I manifest into that body of complete strength and honor, which I'm going to say I'm already there now. I'm already there. I already feel like I'm I'm just going to manifest it now and just say, look, I'm already there. I'm already feeling like I'm in the body of my dreams. I've manifested the temple of love. That's it. There you have it. And I look in the mirror now and I go, fuck yes, I am a queen. Fuck yes, I am going to glow the fuck up and walk like a queen down the road, baby. So whether you're a man or a woman, do your queen walk and own it. And walk like you're already in the body of your dreams, honey. And eat like you're already in the body of your dreams. Because that's just the way to go. Like, feel you. Do you. You don't need to be jealous of anyone. You can have it all. You can have anything you want. You just need to believe it and have confidence that it's already yours. Love, light, and blessings.